Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Honestly Invisibly Sick, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys an update on the anti-inflammatory diet that I've been on and just tell you how it worked and what the pros and cons are and was I able to come off my medication because I took it and all of those things, or because I did the diet. So before I get into that, I just want to get my disclaimer out of the way. I am not a medical professional. This is just my story and what works and worked for me. Okay, also stick around because I have something I want to show you guys. It's kind of a surprise that I got for Christmas, and I just want to show it to you guys because there will be a future video coming about it. So, okay, let me tell you what the diet consisted of, just to kind of let you guys know. I will put a link to the video that I did explaining what it was, but I'm just going to give you like a quick synopsis of what the anti-inflammatory diet was and is. The first thing is I was cutting down my dairy. I didn't cut it completely out, but I cut it down. I cut down my gluten, almost completely cut out my gluten. There's just like one brand of cereal that I eat on the regular everyday basis that I have to eat for my digestive health. So I did still eat that. I also cut my sugar down significantly. I cut out a lot of red meat. I don't really eat too much red meat as is, but I really cut that down. I was just really trying to be cautious about what it is that I was eating and what I was putting in my body. And what else did I cut out? I think that's about it. I think that about covers it. I just tried to be really mindful, and I wanted to eat healthy and really think about what the consequences was going to be of eating the food that I was eating. I did like an 80-20 rule, which I do anytime I start a diet. I will be good 80% of the time, but I leave myself the 20% of time to have something if I really, really want it. Like during this diet, this anti-inflammatory diet, I had dark chocolate every day because dark chocolate is really good for you and it has lots of antioxidants and has a lot of things that are good for your body. Did I eat a whole chocolate bar? No. I stuck with the serving size. And sometimes I only eat half because some of the bigger candy bars are like you can have 4 squares, and a lot of times I just had 2. I would just have 2 squares. But I did still have that, so that was kind of my 20%. I did lose weight, which really shocked me because I did not expect to lose weight, because losing weight is really hard when you have your thyroid is being attacked by your immune system. As you guys know, I don't have Hashimoto's, but we do know from my blood work that my immune system is attacking my thyroid. Or I haven't officially been diagnosed with Hashimoto's. So I did lose a little bit of weight. At first it was like I lost like 15 pounds, but then you know how it is whenever you diet, like you kind of yo-yo a little bit, you'll bounce back. So I did gain, I think like 4 pounds of it back, so I think I was down like 11 pounds, which is huge for me because that's a lot of weight for me to lose, because I can never ever lose weight. So I was really shocked that I was able to. I really stuck like a low carb. When I did the gluten-free, I did not substitute it with gluten-free pasta. If you look at the pastas that are gluten-free, the carbs are just higher, sometimes as high as your regular pasta or higher. So I did not substitute my flours. I'm getting into that because I am going to continue on this diet, so I am going to start substituting my flours just a little bit, just for some of the food that I want. But I am still trying to avoid bread. That was a big part of the diet. I wanted to try to see if I could lose a little bit of weight. Not that that was the whole motivation, but I just wanted to feel better. I did notice a huge difference of how I felt. I didn't have as much swelling. I still had swelling in my hands, which I normally, the last time I tried this diet, which I only did it one other time, I had no swelling. Like the swelling, excuse me, completely came down in my fingers. Excuse me. But this time it did not. So there was that. I did have a little bit of joint pain like a couple weeks in, and the weather changed. It got really rainy here, as you notice in most of my videos, either I had the lights on or the lighting's like really dim because it has just for the past couple weeks been super rainy looking and just gray outside. So I haven't had the best natural light. I'm just trying to give you guys full disclosure. I had my eyes checked. The inflammation levels in my eye were extremely up. I did stop my meloxicam for a little while just to see what the difference was. I am now back on my meloxicam. I didn't totally come off of it. I was taking it kind of as needed because my rheumatologist does that every now and then. She says for me to try to come off of it if I can, if I'm going through a flare and I don't need it to come off of it. So I really wasn't in a flare and I was feeling good, so I kind of came off of my meloxicam a little bit. But I'm now back on it because, as I said, the inflammation in my eyes got worse and I was becoming more stiff. But again, I don't know how much of that was weather or whatever. So that kind of answers the question, would I be able to come off of my medication on the anti-inflammatory diet? No. No. If you're somebody out there that can do that and your diet just works for you, that's great. But I cannot. It's not enough for me. It doesn't keep my inflammation down, and it doesn't keep my pain levels all the way down, which I don't really take the anti-inflammatories for pain, but it does help with that. I just try to keep my inflammation down. And I actually go see my rheumatologist on the 9th, so I'll be able to let you guys know exactly where my inflammation markers were. I have kind of had an early peek at them, and I will tell you that it's not, they weren't as low as what I thought they would have been, but I'll give you guys an update after I see the rheumatologist and I see her on the 9th, and I'll let you guys know. I also had some other blood work that I'll be updating you guys on later. But as far as the anti-inflammatory diet, as I said, I did feel better. I am going to cut out, oh, that's another thing that I forgot to include in the letting you guys know about what the diet consisted of. I also was cutting out processed foods. That was I think a big part of why I was feeling better, because I wasn't eating a lot of processed foods. So I will continue to do that. I didn't go organic. I tried to find foods that were as least processed as I could be. But I think going forward, I'm going to slowly try to start implementing organic food and see what happens there. And I will continue to let you guys know how the diet's going, if I'm losing any weight, and all of that. But I did want to put out there that the anti-inflammatory diet for everybody is not a one-all cure-all. I know there are protocol diets that you can take that are like vegan protocol diets. As I told you guys before, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going vegan. I enjoy eating chicken. As I said, I cut out almost all the other meat. I was just eating mainly chicken and fish if we had it. I don't think we actually ever even had it, but I was open to eating fish. Kind of more like a Mediterranean diet, where it's like chicken and your vegetables, or fish and your vegetables, and not really worrying so much about the pasta. But they do eat pasta in the Mediterranean diet. But with me trying to get off the gluten, I really wasn't going to eat any pasta. But I have figured out some tips and tricks. If you guys are interested in some of the recipes that I have or that I used, I would be glad to share them with you. I have one recipe that I used for, it's like kind of like a pasta. I used zucchini and squash, and I just kind of cooked it in butter. As I said, I wasn't completely off of dairy, and I seasoned it up really good, and it really didn't need any kind of sauce or anything. It was just really good by itself. So you compare that with your chicken breast or with your fish fillet, whatever it is that you're eating, and throw a little salad on the side, and that's a really good meal. If you guys are interested in that, I will be happy to post it. It was really good, and I think it would have been even better if I would have cut up some cherry tomatoes and put it in there. Would have been even better. But yeah, that's basically the update. My anti-inflammatory markers, or not my markers, but as far as my inflammation in my body, of me being able to feel it, at first it was great as I was coming off of everything, or I had completely come off. You guys knew that, or I told you guys before, or you'll know in that video if you go back and watch it, that I slowly cut everything out before I started my diet. And I did have, because I wanted to try it right after Christmas, I forgot to mention this, I did on purpose let a few things like slip. Like I think we had a night where we had pizza because there was like no time to cook. So I did let myself have that. And as I said, I had the 20%, but I was really trying to avoid gluten. So I let myself kind of eat a little bit more things that I wouldn't have ate, like sugar. I noticed like cookies. I had cookies one night. I think it was at a Christmas party or something. And I knew it the next day that I had had the cookies. I did not feel good. So as I have implemented some of the things, like I'm noticing that my main one that I really want to avoid is gluten. When I have eaten things that have gluten in it, I have felt really sick. Really, really sick. So I'm trying to cut myself back out, and I noticed that I really have a problem with a lot of milk and cheese. I remember eating pizza for the first time after cutting it out, and I got really sick from eating not just the pizza itself, because I tried it with a different crust that was gluten-free, and the cheese kind of got to me. So I have to do everything, like if I'm going to use cheese, which I'm not ever going to say that I'm not going to eat cheese, because I was a cheese connoisseur, but I never understood that it bothered me like that. And I told my husband, I said, what did I do before? Just had my stomach feel like that and just didn't pay it any attention or pay it any mind, or maybe I just thought it was normal. I don't know, but it did really make me sick. So I think there's definitely like not a dairy intolerance, but like some dairy sensitivity there. So I'm going to be really, really mindful about not eating dairy, which is really kind of sucks because we love ice cream. But I'm going to find a recipe for an ice cream substitute. Somebody had told me about using bananas. So I want to look into that and see if maybe there's a way to make that into ice cream. And if I find it, I'll let you guys know if I find out that it tastes good. But again, I'm just going to keep going like with the 80-20, but really cutting down the milk and the gluten. And just continuing with that. So it naturally makes it kind of low carb, because you're not getting a lot of carbs, a lot of carbohydrates, other than I am eating my carbohydrates in my vegetables. And I am eating a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, and a lot of vegetables. If I want something sweet, I just go and get a banana. A banana is like really sweet, and it just really satisfies that craving for me. So I try to use that. And oranges are in right now, so I'm eating a lot of oranges. But that's it for the anti-inflammatory diet update. I also will have an eye update coming probably at the end of January. Okay, time for the surprise. My husband got me for Christmas a luminous air. I have been wanting this airbrush makeup set for so long, and I didn't even know that he had ever knew that I wanted it. I mean, you see an infomercial on TV, and I was like, oh man, I would love to have that. So he surprised me with this for Christmas. I can't even believe it. I don't even know how he done it, because I normally do the budget, so he really must have been strategic with hiding or holding on to some money. So I was very, very, very blessed and very thankful for him and for him giving me this, and I cannot wait to give you guys an update on this and show you guys how it works. I would love to demonstrate it today or right now, but I don't have the foundation. It only came with the machine. So I went online and I ordered the foundation, and I'm hoping I got the right shades. It's not really easy to pick your shade. They give you like a piece of paper that kind of has some shades on it. Sorry, my eye is dripping. Sorry. It kind of has some shades on it, but then you got to kind of pick the shade based off of the cardboard. And I kind of watched a little bit of videos, and everybody was saying, well, some of them were too light, and I kind of think I got too dark of tones, so I may have to order a lighter tone just to kind of mix with those to kind of bring the tones down. But that will definitely be coming in a future video. And I also have some of the products from Christmas that I'm going to be just not really reviewing, but demonstrating or showing you guys what they were. And like I got some face masks and stuff like that. And I have that face scrubber that I got for Christmas that I want to demonstrate for you guys that I really, really love. So, I don't know, I may do like a Christmas favorites video or something and show them to you guys. I don't want to drag it out because this is my last Tuesday video, so I won't be doing videos on Tuesdays anymore. It'll just be Fridays, every Friday. And I'm trying to get used to uploading, sorry, that was my phone, uploading at a certain time. But I'm not sure if that's going to work out for me because my day changes so often. But that's it for my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you need prayer or support, just leave a comment down below. And thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye.